Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another episode of ReaperCast. Today we're going to be continuing off with that same Halloween theme with another zombie deck. Today we're going to be talking about new vampire cards. I'm very excited about this because I actually had a vampire deck. I still do, but with that being said, I've just been meaning to do an update on them, and to think that we would actually be getting some new support, I'm definitely very excited about that. It's been a long time since we last got any support for vampires. I mean, they first got their proper support as a proper deck in Shadow Spectres, and right after that it took until Dark Saviors before we actually got another major update to them. So seeing that we have 3 new cards to talk about is definitely going to be very exciting, but that being said, it doesn't really guarantee that they will be good. Of course, we did talk about the Ghost Tricks yesterday, and some of them did seem like really necessary cards had they come out maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So my final comment on that was that those particular cards were a little bit too late. So I'm hoping that's not the case with this one, because vampires did get their own support in Dark Saviors, which was quite decent support. So seeing this here, I'm really having quite a lot of high hopes for it. But you know what, there's 3 cards and this is just going to be exciting either way, and hopefully I can get these by the time Halloween comes around and I can make an update on the deck, but who knows. This is obviously coming out in the same sets, Battle of Chaos, that the Ghost Tricks were coming in as well. Now before I get started, I would like to remind you guys to drop a like, share, comment, and consider subscribing if you still haven't. That way you could be notified when the latest video comes out. However, with that being said, let's begin. So the first card we have here is called Vampire Ghost Ogre. Definitely very interesting to see this. I look at the artwork and I am definitely all into this already. It looks fantastic. But it's a level 3 dark zombie effect monster with 1500 attack and 0 defense. Seems quite normal considering it is a zombie card after all. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. First effect, if this card is normal summoned, you could send 1 other vampire card from your hand or face up field to the graveyard, add 1 level 4 or higher vampire monster from your deck to your hand. And if you do, send 1 level 2 or lower vampire monster from your deck to the graveyard. Very nice, because that's pretty much just setting up your bat and your cat, I believe, which are the level 2s in your deck. And they are pretty much graveyard effects anyway, so it works in a very nice manner there, considering you're also able to just add more vampires from your deck to your hand. So yeah, definitely great bonuses just off that first effect alone. Already seeing some great playability with this particular card. However, for the second effect, during the main phase as a quick effect, you could banish this card from your graveyard and pay 500 life points. Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 vampire monster. I do like that, that's definitely very nice. Doesn't seem to be restricted to the opponent's turn, because it does say quick effect, though I'm not entirely sure on that. I will have to check on rulings. I don't think it will, since it will still require you to play or have the effect of during either player's turn, but in this particular case it's still a quick effect, which is definitely really amazing. To get a normal summon of a vampire monster, definitely fantastic. However, surprisingly here we have a new Xyz monster. I'm very surprised because this particular Xyz monster is actually a level 8 monster or rank 8 monster. It's called here the Undead Vampire, a rank 8 dark zombie Xyz effect monster. 3000 attack, 2800 defense. That's kind of expected given that this is a rank 8. And it requires 2+ level 8 monsters, so it is generic, but I'm already sensing that this might be used for a zombie deck, but who knows, let's find out. If you use monsters with a level that is owned by your opponent for the Xyz summon of this card, treat it as a level 8. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Alright, definitely interesting there, because if you are able to somehow grab your opponent's monsters, this card could actually be really easy to summon. First effect, neither player can target this card with effects of monsters special summoned from anywhere other than the graveyard. Definitely very powerful, very fantastic there. And that seems generic enough that your opponent, or rather anyone, could really play this card. Second effect, you could detach one material from this card, send the top 4 cards of each player's deck to the graveyard. Then, if a monster was sent to the graveyard with this effect, you can special summon one of them to your field. Alright, very nice there, definitely fantastic. It doesn't restrict you from summoning out your opponent's card, so that is another added bonus for this particular card here. This is definitely a generic card. You could use it in any kind of deck out there. Very fantastic indeed. However, this next card here is definitely very amazing. It's already so captivating. We have here Vampire Fascinator, a Link 3 Dark Zombie Link effect monster. So finally vampires have a Link 3. Hopefully this is more of a boss monster than Vampire Sucker, because Vampire Sucker was more of a extension card. I want to see more of a boss monster for links in terms of vampires. But let's see what this is. So a Link 3 Dark Zombie Link effect monster with 2400 attack and points to the top, bottom left and bottom right. Not bad for the markers. Requires 2+ monsters including a zombie monster. So if this is generic enough that you could play it in a zombie deck, definitely also an added bonus. First effect, if this card is link summoned, you could target one monster in your opponent's graveyard. You cannot special summon other monsters for the rest of this turn except zombie monsters. I mean, that's no big deal if your whole deck is playing zombie world, so that's definitely going to help out. Also, special summon the targeted monster to your field in defense position. I mean, that's great. It's kind of setting you up for your Xyz play anyway, so I'm already really liking that. As for the second effect, you contribute one vampire monster, then target one monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end phase. I like that all of these cards are actually requiring you to, or at least allowing you to take your opponent's monsters. I mean, it is setting you up for the Xyz monster, but zombies or vampires inherently kind of have that similar effect anyway of taking monsters from your opponents. So to see this, it kind of does follow the theme. I also like the fact that this particular card, based on its artwork, is meant to be a way of luring in, I guess, their particular prey. In this case, the opponent's monsters kind of act as that prey. So cards that can follow up in that particular sense definitely make it really interesting because it's just suited to the theme itself. However, this was pretty much it for today's cards. We have 3 new cards here. I said that I had high hopes at the beginning of this video. Honestly, I think this has definitely met up to my expectations. I mean, it's quite nice actually. Compared to the ghost streaks that we talked about yesterday, this is so much better. So definitely leave me what your thoughts are on this particular set of 3 cards here. Definitely is something that I'm very well looking forward to. Battle of Chaos is definitely going to be a very fun set, and I already can't wait. However, with that being said, thanks for joining me today. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'll see you all next time.